In this lesson, I hope you will find it not challenging at all to add or subtract complex numbers. Now remember, complex numbers can all be written in the form a plus or minus bi, with a being called the real part and b being called the imaginary part. To add or subtract, it is just like adding and subtracting any like terms. So this is addition. I'm going to add the real parts and I'm going to add the imaginary parts. In case you were thinking FOIL, remember FOIL is only involved when you multiply, which is another lesson. So I have positive 8 and positive 4 for 12 as the real part, negative 9i, positive 6i, subtract, keep the sign of the larger, minus 3i. And I'm done. I have just added two complex numbers. Now let's take a look at subtraction. When you subtract, this is my suggestion. Keep the first complex number. Change this to addition and change the sign on all terms that follow it. Okay, so change to plus, change the signs on those, and now you've got addition. You've got your real parts, positive 7 and negative 9 is negative 2. You've got your imaginary parts, positive 8i, positive 9i, or positive 17i. Be careful with subtraction. Keep the first one as is, change to addition, change the second complex number to its opposite by changing both of its signs. This is subtraction again. Keep the first one, which happens to be real, change to addition, change the second complex number to its opposite, changing both signs. So I have a positive 2 and a negative 15. That gives me negative 13. And I don't have any other imaginaries, so I'll just put minus 6i. Let's try number 4. It is also subtraction. Keep the first one, change to addition, change the sign, change the sign. The real parts, positive 8 and negative 6 gives me 2, negative 3i, and positive 2i is negative, implied 1i. And we would not write the 1. We would simply write 2 minus I. Last one, it's addition. Add the real parts. That gives me 14. Add the imaginary parts, negative 5i, positive 3i, for minus 2i. All right, adding and subtracting complex numbers is that simple. Combine the real parts, combine the imaginary parts. Be sure to do your sign changes when it is a subtraction problem.